And these are breaking inputs coming in of an incident of a 10-year-old girl being physically abused by her stepmother. And this took place in Kollam district of Kerala. The child was burnt with a spatula and also beaten up for urinating on the bed. The teachers noticed that the burn marks on the child and complained to the police, after which the parents have now been taken into custody. Vivek Karindalam joining us with more on the phone line. Vivek, these are extremely disturbing visuals, and these visuals go on to show the kind of violence that was this child was being put through. Of course, we understand that the parents have now been taken into custody.
That's right. This unfortunate incident happened in a private school in Karunagapalli, which is in Kollam district, where a stepmother of a child, a 10-year-old girl who's studying in a private school, yesterday when she came to school, she was looking quite depressed, and for the last 1 week that she was looking very depressed, and the teachers, after having some suspicion, they just asked her as what happened. Now, it is after that this child, this 10-year-old child, explained the whole ordeal, to them. In the video, we can clearly see that the child was saying that she was beaten up using a metal, and that too with a sharp metal for urinating on the bed. So the teacher, you can see, asking again and again, like, how many times did you urinate? But the child, refused to talk on that. But then it's very clear that the stepmother's attitude towards this 10-year-old girl is something which is really shocking and very insensitive, because child violence is something that we often see, especially in various parts, especially but in Kerala.
Yes.
These kinds of incidents are always checked, because the child rights protection groups and especially the NGOs are very strong and very efficient over here for a few years. But this unfortunate incident clearly shows that even these kind of unfortunate and insensitive incidents happen in Kerala. Both the parents have been taken into custody, and they will be produced in front of the Kollam Magistrate Court today afternoon.
And unfortunately, Vivek, what we see often in such cases is that when parents are involved in, beating up children or putting them through physical abuse, the defense that usually comes in is that they are trying to discipline the children, and which is why on that pretext they are even let off. And that is a precedent that needs to be put to rest, that needs to be curbed at this point in time, because this, after all, is a serious violation of a child rights, because he's been put through violence, and the kind of trauma and the kind of stress that the child would be put through is going to be long sustaining, is what we're given to understand when such cases come up. Vivek, thanks for joining in and getting us those inputs.